Hello everyone. This is a overview of the lesson page for your interview paper that you'll be turning in for my Economics 130 class. So you can see it says resources for the interview paper and this is the video that you are now watching, and I say watch this video for an overview of the lesson page. Do also read the handout and look at the model papers as well. You will turn in your paper via Laulima assignments. So the handout. Okay, hold on. Here we go. The handout. There we go. The handout is right here. Okay, and then you should really go over this pretty carefully. This is the context for the handout, the interview process. You're drafting a hypothesis that states the theory you're trying to test. And here's a talk about what the hypothesis is. You're going to draft the questions for the interview to test your hypothesis. Then you're going to test the hypothesis through an interview. And here's some comments. Here's some hints for writing good interview questions. And results and conclusions in a final written paper. So these are the steps you'll need: the hypothesis, background information, interview, reflection, and conclusions. And you're going to be doing two interviews, one of a consumer, and here's the information you'll need for writing the consumer paper, and one for still the consumer paper, and one for the producer. And I forgot to say that you're going to be doing two steps. The first step will be a research design or the draft, which will be 10 points. And the second component will be the final paper. You'll be doing two steps for both the consumer and then for the producer paper. The producer is going to be focusing on the person who sells. The consumer is going to be focusing on the person who buys. And there'll be a set of questions for both the consumer and the producer. First and foremost, the questions should focus on the hypothesis and then ask any other questions that pertain to the producer or what you may want to find out about how the producer sells the items or how the consumer buys the items. And here's a list of possible questions you can ask. And here's the components to the producer paper and the rubric that I will be using to grade your papers. Okay, now the consumer, interview, and producer are hidden behind this accordion, so you just click on the accordion. I use this a lot in these lesson pages, and it hides, or expand it and it includes. Here are some sample papers, and here are some other information, basically the resources that I have to support this particular assignment. Now, turning in the paper, there'll be specific dates here for the draft and the paper and the PI draft and the paper. The specific dates will be included in the calendar. Okay, and the dates will be included here. Go back to the interview paper. I'll also have dates on the checklist, but you cannot complete the checklist until you do the assignment itself, and the assignment is going to be here under assignments. You just click on this. Here's instructions. Here are some additional resources. You submit your assignment either here in the text box, or you select the file from the computer. I prefer that you do either Microsoft Word or Google Docs on this. You click Submit, and then you've completed your assignment. And I will get an email saying that you have indeed done your assignment. Okay. And I believe this is it for everything. The consumer draft I'll have dates here. It will be due the first part of the course, usually week 9, and then 2 weeks after, week 7 for the consumer draft. Typically, week 9 will be consumer interview assignment. Week 13 will be the producer interview draft, and then week 15 will be the producer interview assignment. But I will have dates here that will correspond to the dates on the checklist. Once you've submitted the assignment here, a check mark will appear up here saying that you have indeed done it. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know. You can email me at pbriggs@hawaii.edu or email me through Laulima email. Okay, that is the instructions for the interview assignment.